Hello, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Nhung from Hanoi, and now let's take a look at our top stories as usual.
Partnership holds phone talks with Indonesian president. Vietnam's sovereignty over Hoàng Sa, Trường Sa must be respected, spokesperson. And later on, Ho Chi Minh City hosts Fisheries International Exhibition.
Party JRC catering will jump health phone talks with Indonesian President Joko Widodo on August 25th. Party JRC catering will jump congratulated Indonesia on its great achievements in many aspects, including the fight against COVID-19, economic recovery, and external activities. He informed the Indonesian leader about Vietnam's recent developments, stressing that the country attaches its importance to the strategic partnership with Indonesia. The Vietnamese leader suggested the two sides enhance mutual understanding and political trust through high-level meetings and contacts, promote cooperation in the field of defense and security, trade investment, and closely coordinate at regional and international forums. President Joko Widodo showed his pleasure over the results of cooperation between the two countries in the fields, including trade and investment. He agreed with the Vietnamese leader's viewpoint on measures to further develop bilateral ties. Sharing Trump's opinion on the international and regional situation and ASEAN's central role, President Joko Widodo suggested the two sides work closely together. He expressed his hope that Vietnam will continue to support Indonesia with the role of ASEAN chair in 2023. President Winzer hosted a reception for leaders of PAN Group from the Republic of Korea on August 25th. President Winzer expressed his pleasure to meet again the former president of Korea-Vietnam Friendship Association. He thanked PAN Group for supporting Vietnam in the fight against the pandemic over the past time. The president wishes that PAN expand investment in Vietnam with an increasing application of high technology, green, clean, modern, and environmentally friendly technologies, and at the same time actively participate in vocational training for Vietnamese workers. PAN chairman thanked the Vietnamese president for taking time to meet him. He said that in the coming time, the group will expand its business areas to promote trade between the two countries. On August 25th, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ received ambassadors of the U.S. and Canada in separate meetings. Welcoming U.S. Ambassador Mark Knapper, Chairman Huệ expressed his belief that the ambassador will successfully complete his task and continue to contribute to developing the relations between the two countries. Vietnam wants to enhance relations with the U.S. on all channels, he stressed. Ambassador Mark Knapper said strengthening the cooperation relationship between the two countries is one of the tasks during his term in Vietnam. He revealed that a number of members of the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives expressed strong interest in the bilateral relationship between Vietnam and the U.S. U.S. Senate Permanent Chairman Patrick Leahy and former Senator John Kerry will visit Vietnam later this year, he noted. Chairman Huệ suggested that in the coming time, the U.S. Embassy in Vietnam would continue to pay attention to promoting high-level visits and promoting phone talks between the two countries' senior leaders. Receiving Canadian Ambassador Perry Shansdale, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ expressed his delight at the development of the ties between the two countries over the past time, especially in the field of trade, with a two-way turnover of $6 billion in 2021, up 18.5% compared to 2020. Regarding cooperation between legislative bodies of Vietnam and Canada, Huệ said the two sides should make efforts to further promote their cooperation commensurate with the comprehensive partnership between the two countries. Ambassador Perry Shansdale, for his part, said Vietnam is one of the 10 countries with the best trade growth with Canada. The ambassador emphasized that Canada wants to further develop the educational relationship between the two countries, expressing his hope there will be more Canadian educational institutions in Vietnam in the time to come. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs held a regular press briefing on August 25th. Let's take a look. During the press conference, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lê Thị Thu Hằng reaffirmed that Vietnam rejects the so-called 9-dash line, as well as maritime claims contrary to international law, especially United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea 1982. The spokeswoman affirmed the above when answering a press question about the use of a map by the World Meteorological Organization on its website, infringing on Vietnam's sovereignty over Hoàng Sa Paracel and Trường Sa Spratly archipelagos. Vietnam requires countries and organizations to respect Vietnam's sovereignty over the Hoàng Sa and Trường Sa archipelagos, as well as relevant waters in the East Sea, remove and modify such inappropriate content. Japanese investors' confidence in Vietnam has still been increasing despite adverse impact of COVID-19 pandemic. Shigetoshi Aoyama, Executive Vice President of the Japan External Trade Organization, has said. The Vice President made the remark at the Vietnam-Japan Trade and Investments Forum in Tokyo on August 24th. The event was held by the Vietnamese Ministry of Industry and Trade and the Embassy in Japan in coordination with the Japan External Trade Organization and the ASEAN-Japan Center. Vice President Aoyama said, after Vietnam realized its entry restrictions last March, JETRO has received many requests regarding trade activities in Vietnam. Aoyama cited a recent survey by JETRO showing that over 55% of Japanese companies want to expand their business in Vietnam in this and next year, the highest among Southeast Asian nations. The People's Committee of Hanoi recently directed its departments and sectors to focus on improving the city's provincial competitiveness index.
According to the 2021 PCI ranking, Hanoi ranked 10th among the 63 provinces and cities, down one notch compared to that in 2020 and 2019, but up 14 places against 2015 and 41 against 2012. To better the PCI index, the Municipal People's Committee asked departments, sectors and districts to take measures to improve sub-indexes reporting decreases and those having low ranks. The committee urged the Municipal Department of Information and Communications to expand the application of information technology in the operation of state agencies and focused on developing the e-government.
The Vietnam Fisheries International Exhibition kicked off at the Saigon Exhibition and Convention Center in Ho Chi Minh City on August 24th. The event attracted nearly 200 exhibitors from 15 countries.
This exhibition offers a professional venue for retailers, suppliers, producers, processors, and exporters of seafood to popularize their new products and technologies and seek cooperation opportunities for production and export. The event is expected to promote effective cooperation opportunities among businesses and bring more values to all stakeholders in the seafood value chain.
The rapid recovery of import markets after the COVID-19 pandemic, along with fluctuations in the supply of white fish from Russia, has paved the way for Vietnam's seafood industry to rebound in the first quarters of this year.
The event, lasting through August 26, also features workshops discussing measures to improve the value and competitiveness of Vietnamese seafood products in the international market.
Just weeks out from the Mid-Autumn Festival, a busy atmosphere pervades Phu Binh, a small village in District 11 Ho Chi Minh City that is home to numerous lantern-making facilities. Nguyễn Tăng Sĩ family has been making lanterns for more than 50 years. They are quite busy at the moment, keeping up with others.
Right after the Lunar New Year, I bought bamboo to split and tie with small details, then assemble it into lanterns for the Mid-Autumn Festival.
It takes several steps to make a complete lantern, from cutting bamboo sticks and making the frame to painting and wrapping plastic paper around the frame. The craft of lantern making enjoyed its heyday in the 1990s. There have been times since traditional Vietnamese lanterns faced tough competition. But as modern lanterns prove to pose a number of health and safety risks, local consumers have returned to traditional products over the last few years. The villagers of Phu Binh have exerted every effort to improve lantern designs and meet new demands in the market.
In the past, traditional lanterns only came in fish or butterfly shapes, but today, to retain interest among kids, we also introduce shapes in their favorite cartoon characters.
The Mid-Autumn Festival is coming, and I want to buy some lanterns for my children. I still prefer those that are handmade.
The Mid-Autumn Festival, which is celebrated in many Asian countries, including Vietnam, is on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month. During celebrations, family members get together and kids wander around with lanterns and play traditional games. The lanterns are associated with beautiful childhood memories for many generations of Vietnamese people. The National Archives Center 3 under the Ministry of Home Affairs State Records and Archives Department has received 111 photos of legendary General Winzer. They were handed over by journalist thăm at a ceremony held by the Central on August 24th on the occasion of 77th anniversary of the August Revolution, National Day, and the General's 111th birthday. The photos feature the General's activities from 1986 to 2013, which are associated with the daily life stories of the commander of the Vietnam People's Army. Colonel thăm was born in 1947. During his career, Hum took thousands of pictures depicting unforgettable moments of soldiers on the front lines and images of mothers who sacrificed for national independence. The central city of Da Nang has planned to run its tourism golf festival from August 29 to September 2nd, which entails the BRG Open Golf Championship Da Nang 2022 and a series of interesting sidelight events.
As the highlight of the festival, the championship part of the Asian Development Tour, we gathered 144 golfers, including 120 international professional ones invited by the organizer, the Asia Tour Company, and 20 professional players from Vietnam. The remaining 4 amateur players are nominated by sponsors. So far, 74 out of 120 international linksmen have registered to participate. The event is expected to be a boost to golf tourism development in Vietnam, proving that Vietnam deserves to be voted as Asia's most attractive golf destination and world's most attractive golf destination. As part of the festival, visitors will be treated to hands-on experiences of golf activities at golf courses in the Central region through a free sightseeing tour around the Montgomery Link between August 25th and September 5th, and a free golf practice program for children under 12 years old at the Laguna course.
As Hanoi has joined the UNESCO Creative Cities Network, it has a need for plenty of space for art and creativity. The idea of transforming industrial heritage like old factories and construction sites into creative hubs was proposed over the past few years. The network for a livable Hanoi held a music concert to continue sending its message.
Few people may know that the site of the concert was a converted printing factory from the 1960s. It now serves as a lively musical space.
When we shared this idea with artists, we received a warm response because they believe it is a good way to bring music to the public.
The concert was special not only because of its creative space, but also the diversity of its participants. They didn't need to be professional singers, but they were all lovers of Hanoi.
We hope our songs get closer to workers so that they feel more optimistic and passionate about Hanoi.
Hanoi boasts a lot of ancient architecture, much of which have been converted into beautiful sites.
Each industrial heritage is a musical note that creates a melodic Hanoi. This is the message of the music concert. Visitors to the capital can experience a more vibrant city that is truly worth living in.
That is all for this hour. Thank you for watching and see you next time.